Oh, big one right there. Pick him up. Oh yeah, look at that. Blue spotted salamander. Nice big one. I actually never seen one get this big. I didn't know they could get this big. It's a chunker, most likely a female due to his large size. You can see why they get their name, blue spotted salamanders, because of the blue flecking they have on their bottoms and sides of their bodies. That little tail movement right there, it's a thing that a lot of salamanders do in order for their predators to focus on the tail and attack their tail, which it'll regrow if a predator were to grab the tail or bite it off. And those grooves in the moist skin is how these guys kind of breathe through their skin. They have permeable skin, so this is why they need to stay in a nice moist environment underneath logs and stuff, so they can, you know, exfoliate properly. But it's basically you know, a frog, but in a lizard's body in a way. They start off as tadpoles and everything, and now they out here just eating earthworms and whatever other small bugs they can find. Here's another look at the nice blue coloration they have on the sides. It varies on the individual. Some have more blue. It'll be really blue on the sides, almost milky, and then they'll have little flakes like this one does. Basically like looks like a toy, really, like a little gummy toy you get out of a vending machine, and they're just out here under logs. You always want to put the log down before you let the salamander back underneath it, just to be safe. You don't want to squish them or anything. Alright guys, so there's a northern green frog in this little creek, and I just spotted baby hatchling snapping turtle. I'm gonna try to grab that snapping turtle. Wow. This is the tiniest snapping turtle I've ever had my hands on. This is born, it probably just hatched. This thing is puny. What? This is as tiny as it gets for snapping turtles. Eventually, maybe 30 years from now, this thing is gonna be 30 pounds in this creek, eating frogs and whatever it can get his mouth on. Look at how tiny this thing is. A little a little bottle top for reference. But yeah, this thing's gonna eventually get maybe up to 40 pounds or so. It was most likely born this year, guessing by how small it is, and it'll spend its days foraging in creeks like these and other bodies of water, catching frogs and fish. But at this size, they'll eat whatever, bugs, minnows. So yeah, really cool to see them this small, this early in the life stage. As we all know, turtles live for a pretty long time, so he's got a long life ahead of him. Alright guys, so we've been seeing tons of these little northern green frogs in this creek all day. And this is the only one I can get my hands on. This is a tiny one, but they get a little bit bigger. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on a slightly bigger one for you guys, but they usually stick around water sources, creeks like these, ponds, lakes. If they have been known to venture far onto land, like in woodlands and forests, they can be found under logs and stuff, and maybe in people's backyards and in their gardens and stuff. So really cool frog, probably just out here on the sides of the banks, hunting whatever they can eat. I basically think of them as smaller bullfrogs. This individual is a muddy brown color, probably to match its environment, but they'll get a lighter green and lime green depending on where they are. But I'm gonna let this guy go now. Back into the water. All right, guys, we got a nice adult northern green frog for you here. You can see that nice green coloration and spotting that it has. It looks like a small bullfrog, except those lines right there behind the ear, they go all the way down the back, as you can see. And bullfrogs will stop pretty early, and these go all the way down. So nice big example of a adult for you guys in this creek. We got lucky and found it in the shallow part. And now I'm gonna show you what frogs do. All right. Look at that, two big leaps. He's right there. All right, guys, get a nice big American toad for you guys in the middle of the forest. Just walked up on him. He's peeing all over me as we speak. It does not give you words, that is cap.